Greetings and salutations. This video is going to be about kind of a wish list. Put together a series of things, and so I'm not going to number them because later on I'm going to drop them into my Filmora 9, and stitch them together. Oh, that did not mean to do that. So one of the things that I would definitely like to see added, where if I shoot a guy in the knee, right, the wounded knee, kind of the throwback shout out to the old Skyrim. The guy would stagger and then limp around, and kind of bake in some mechanics. If I shoot a guy in the arm, he loses his ability to reduce damage. Where'd they go? Reduce damage and reduced. So that way, there's a little bit more immersiveness, and kind of, if you can do a lot of damage that way, if they're all shielded up, if you can whop them in the knee, you kind of cripple them a little bit. The Another aspect I'd like to see is, with pole arms, the ability to do shield brace, and then also to tie into that. This all ties into that character model, or that character model behavior. That group behavior is when, right now they have a mod for when they do shield wall. The second row will hold the shield above the head of the first row. They really need to bake that in to where the shield wall is historically correct, instead of just the guy behind the second row holding the shield flat, with no real purpose, waiting for the guy in front of him to die. They need to have it more kind of a realistic, to where the guy behind holds the shield in front of him and tries to protect the guy in front of him, so that way he doesn't die, and he's not the guy in the front now. It behooves the guy behind to try to do a little protecting of the guy in the front, so he's not next. You know what I mean? So I'd like to see those character AI hitbox kind of revisited and re-updated. And that mod, I've been using that shield wall mod constantly, but that should really be baked into the game along with the the um, the pole arm stance, where they'll lay the pole arms on the ground or the spears on the ground, and they'll lift them up to protect themselves. They'll put the foot on the spear to protect themselves from the cavalry charge. And I think that would be a pretty big, substantial update to the game. And there's the last and final on this same kind of group of fixes is, the cavalry charge. So you got a horse that weighs 2,000, 3,000 pounds, and he charges into it, and he's fully armored out, and he's moving at 25, 30 miles an hour, and he runs into a crowd of people that are not equipped to handle that horse. They don't have pole arms. Those people should be flattened. It'd be the equivalent of being hit by a car. You know, um, and so those people would be flattened. So it would be a way to drive right through a formation if they didn't have the pole arms or the spear brace to protect against the horse cavalry. But there's nothing that should stun a horse as quickly as it's stunned. I'd like to see all those three mechanics just kind of refined and dialed in a little bit. But that's going to be kind of the first part of my wish list here.